Hi, one and all. First off, I want to thank you for, it's humbling when others let you share with them. It helps me more than you can ever know, and I appreciate it. I was going to do a live video feed today, but because they go on a little long and it's the weekend and it's inauguration day, and I know people are busy, I just wanted to kind of cut to the chase and not get you too tired of seeing my face, because I'm sure that'll get it annoying after a while. I want to put to the chase here. So, as I said before, everything I share is from my heart. Doesn't mean I'm an expert, doesn't mean I know everything. It's just what I'm sharing from my experiences. So I'm going to go right to it. I deal with mothers all the time who, and family members who do not know when to say when, or they keep getting advice on tough love versus enabling and all this. I want to say something to you. And this is the only thing that matters, your loved one is going to stop when they are ready to stop. What you do about that, whether it's enabling, quote unquote, by helping them out, or cutting them off with tough love, at the end of the day, that's up to you. That's your decision. And I say that because as a mother, I understand. I understand how difficult that decision could be. And I would ask you this, if I were to advise you to enable them, give them whatever they wanted, and then they died of an overdose, would you blame me? Would you be angry at me? What if I told you instead to use tough love and they survived and they beat their addiction? Would you thank me? I wouldn't want either one, because it wasn't me and it wasn't my advice. The truth is that everything's been used on everyone, and there's no surefire answers, and other than when somebody wants to quit, they quit. You give them the tools. I believe in locked facilities and a long-term sober living and all that. That's what I believe that works for people if you give them that opportunity. But it doesn't mean that after 3 years of all of that someone comes out and they don't use. We have no guarantees on that. The only thing you can do is do the best you can from your heart, and you're already worn out. And I would never tell you one way or the other, because I've seen both work. So forgive yourself, love yourself, do the best you can, and put the rest, it gets down to wisdom, right? And on this inaugural day, that leads me to the next thing, there's a lot of complaining here and there. I just want to tell everybody, when we're out there trying to change things, remember the wisdom to change the things that we can, wisdom to know the difference, rather, and the courage to change the things we can, right? And one thing that you can't change is who's president now. You can't change that. So can we, go move forward and try to see what we can come up with to work together and try to get some things done? It would be a very positive thing. To the trolls who are out on these addiction sites and group sites or whatever, and there's young ladies or young men that are seeking help, and you come on to them or make sexually explicit remarks or even put them down. That's a life that is seeking help, and you are taking their life into your hands, and you don't have the right. And on my site, if I ever saw anything, I'd have you out of there. But between you and me, you could be contributing to really hurting someone. So I'm going to ask you to please not do that. For the females who relate better to males in terms of getting help, it doesn't matter how you get your help. If you're comfortable, it doesn't matter. But I would ask you to, because I've been where you are, where I identify with males better, and at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with the sex of the person. It's just the integrity of the soul. But I'd ask you to consider opening your heart and mind to women who also are around and want to give you that help. Not everyone's out to get you, but I do understand the defensiveness, because I've been there. And it's hard. It's hard to open your mind and heart to experience a new type of relationship that maybe you've never known before, a new type of experience that is platonic and caring, and yet comes from a place of a person who has been where you are. Lastly, I want to say, because I don't want to make this too long, I want to say that to the advocacy community, if anyone ever asks, because I go through it every day, all day, I either get criticized for what I'm doing or ask why I do it. Whenever anyone asks, this is the answer I'm going to give from now on. It's a recovery thing. You wouldn't understand. That's the end. You can't explain things that are unexplainable to people who haven't been there, or who people that do not want to open their minds and hearts. If they do not want to help themselves, if they do not want to get out there and do things, that's fine, that's on them. But don't ever let them take that away from you. Don't ever let them take that part of your existence away from you. We've lost so much, and we've made so many mistakes, and we have so many amends to make that we don't have the luxury of going back and worrying about what someone thinks and whether they think we are acting this way or that way, or in self-interest or not, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. So tell them it's a recovery thing and you wouldn't understand. And if they disrespect you, they don't have to agree. They can remain silent, but they always respect you. And they do that by either their silence or their support, or getting out of your life. But either way, keep doing what you're doing, because the world needs more people that care about more than just themselves. So everybody have a great weekend. And as I said, I'm humbled. It gives me more. If you've never given back to other people, I tell you, after all my life, I don't even know why I did it any other way. It just gives you a different view on life. So anyway, and sometimes it's hard. It's very hard, but it's worth every second of it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we'll get Diane on live, and we'll be able to help with some questions for families, loved ones, whatnot, that have not much experience with addiction, and have her answer the questions on what to look for in the spiral if you're coming at it from an angle of not having lived through it before. I'm going to go clean some house. So everybody have a great weekend on this rainy day. Thanks so much.